Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is the Real Estate Marketing Roundtable. I have an incredible co-hosts that are sitting here with me. I have Mr. Nick Sackis, Mr. Gene Volpe, and of course, Sergeant Jake Wolf. Guys, we have some insanely cool stuff to talk about today, but before we get to that, here's our countdown. Okay, so something I really want to get into really quickly, gentlemen, then I want you to introduce yourselves as always. But, Nick, you sent over a phenomenally interesting article in regards to how Instagram is really asking people not to repost TikTok. And I think Zuckerberg is getting his butt hurt because TikTok is just crushing skulls. So, Nick, introduce yourself and why did you come with this idea?
Yeah, what's up, guys? So it's very interesting. We kind of knew this from a couple years ago when Reels first started kicking off, that obviously they were taking a real close look at TikTok and what they were doing over there, right? So what has ended up happening, and everybody who's listening can kind of attest to this, is TikTok has definitely taken over mind share on this vertical video game. And what people are doing is just repurposing their TikToks onto Instagram, right? So as far as a brand, as far as what Instagram wants to do with their creators and creator fund, it's really been eating their lunch. And so from a business perspective, it makes perfect sense to say, hey guys, let's time out here, and we only want original content on the platform. Now, does that mean that your content will be banned or your account will be hacked or something like that? Like, no. You can repurpose TikTok videos on Instagram with a TikTok watermark. You're just not going to get very much reach.
What do you mean you're not going to reach? They're going to dial you back again?
100%.
Partial.
Well, they're the competition. Think about it, guys. They're the competition.
They want original content. So the way that they're spinning this right now is that they want to be able to give credit to original creators. So what they're saying is, even though like you are repurposing your own content from TikTok to Instagram, the way that they're kind of making this sound is that we can't originate the original owner of the video if you're repurposing from another platform. So in order to keep your creator fund up, in order to monetize your things, in order to keep your brand specific, that's how they're kind of pitching this, as just upload original content to the platform so you get the credit, so you get as much reach as possible.
So they're butthurt.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Just want to make that very clear.
But there's ways around it, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
I can't wait. But wait, we have Gene Volpe.
Yeah, you do.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, you do. What's up? I don't know. Listen, I'm as surprised about what we're going to talk about today as most of our listeners are, because I was out at a business lunch today and got the message about this is what we're doing. I saw something about Instagram and TikTok. I thought, oh, fun. And now I'm here to partake.
Well, Nick is going to lead us down this path, but before that, we have Sergeant Jake Wolf. Gopher POTUS, how are you, brother?
I'm well. I'm very well. Think about it, guys. TikTok is a competitor to these other platforms, right? So that's step one, saying, hey, you know what? These people are producing all of this awesome content over there on TikTok. TikTok is blowing up. They're starting to monetize. We're losing rev share, right? Maybe there's a shift in attention. And now they're repurposing and taking that content and putting it over here, and we're not really getting a lot of benefit and credit for it. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people in black suits sitting around the boardroom somewhere saying, oh, no, this can't happen. Please, somebody pour me another cup of coffee. We've got to do something about this.
Yeah. And when you say cup of coffee, that means a cocktail, because they're stressing the blank out.
No, they're not stressing. They're a powerhouse, dominant player, but they're going to go ahead and regulate the business on their platform. And it's just like LinkedIn too. Like LinkedIn wants to go ahead and say, hey, give me some original credit or give me some original information here. If you're taking a YouTube video and setting it up here on LinkedIn, now you're going to have less of a organic awareness of what the heck you're posting. But if you take that raw MP4 cut it up into some little pieces and upload an 8-minute cut on LinkedIn. Now all of a sudden they're saying, oh my gosh, look, it's original content. So there's ways around a lot of these different things. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes a little bit of money, but there's ways around it. I'm looking forward to hearing what Nick has to say about it.
But we have a special announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for the end of the show, because there is somebody, I'm not going to say who, has a birthday tomorrow. None of you guys have to say who that is, but if you guys can guess in the comments, that would be amazing. So stick around for the announcement and kind of what this individual is going to be doing. Nick, let's pass it over to you. Walk us through this and what does it mean for us as marketers? Do we have to continually put out original stuff on every single platform? So if I do the same script on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and you pick your platform, I mean, do we have to do that now so that they all are happy?
Yes. But imagine this, right? Imagine if we lived in a world right now where you got a listing, okay? And when you submitted that listing to the MLS, it had a watermark of your name, your phone number, and your contact information. And when it went to all the other IDX portals, aka Zillow, Realtor.com, whatever, it would automatically go back to you as the agent. So no matter what platform it was on, wherever it was shared, it would have your watermark, your branding, your information. So if somebody wanted to see that house, where would they go? They would go to that watermark. So it's the same thing. Like, that would never happen. Zillow would never allow that to happen, because it would ruin their business model, because people need to pay Zillow in order to get those leads back, right? The same thing's happening with these platforms. TikTok's watermark is very recognizable. So why on earth would any of these other platforms let you have that watermark and get distribution on their platform when all of that branding is coming back to TikTok and just swiping people off of other platforms? It makes perfect sense. Go ahead.
Well, you can remove that watermark. I mean,
Correct.
there's ways you can remove that watermark so that
Correct.
you can repost simultaneously. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
Yes, 100%. But we're in an age where content creation is already overwhelming to most people, right? You're running a business, you're not a media company. So the idea that, I mean, just think about all the guests that we have on when we talk about video. When I have clients and we're like, hey, can you make 2 or 3 videos a week? It's like, I don't have time for that, right?
Look at my face.
Right. So if you make one video as a business owner who's not a media person, or hire somebody like Jake or Gene or whoever to distribute content, the last thing that your brain can even comprehend is, how many different places can I post this as original content? All you're going to do is share. And immediately the lazy way to do it is, once you share, you download it to your phone, you share it to other platforms, the watermark is there forever. Even if I told you, so one step above that would be to go to something like a watermark remover. There's dozens of them, okay, where you can actually upload the video, remove the watermark, and then now you can distribute that natively. It's still an extra step, right? It's still one more thing for an agent to do. So in my opinion, and honestly, this is not a selfish plug, but it is a plug. If you are really trying to disseminate your content at scale on all platforms, you need to hire somebody like me or Gene or Jake to handle that for you in a fashion to where you're hands off, because unless you're going to spend hours a day really doing this yourself, it's the amount of time it takes to disseminate all this content is mind-boggling. It really is.
Oh, dude, it's a full-time job, 100,000%. Jake, you have a client and they want to take a watermark off and do some video editing and everything else. What would be the easiest, simplest way that you would advise them?
First thing we do is we analyze all of our competitors, right, in the local marketplace. What are they doing? What are they putting out? So we understand a certain level that I need to go ahead and come into the game with, right? It's almost like marching into a battlefield here. Oh my gosh, our enemy has 1 million troops sitting over there. Now we understand the resistance, right, of things out on the line. So then we start understanding what kind of content we have to create, how much, and at what scale, and then start putting out content dissemination on omni channels and cutting up and repurposing and organizing all of this stuff.
Right.
If you don't do that, you're just going to be hanging out in the back of the you're going to be hanging outside the stadium tailgating while everybody's inside on the field playing. So serious people that want to go ahead and get into the game and actually establish marketing concept for their company will do this. People that are hesitant will do what they normally do, old school type stuff, and hopefully they can go ahead and make it. I'm looking to go ahead and work with all of the people who are proactive for their business and want to go ahead and get into the game. I think about content completely different now than most people do. A lot of real estate agents are failing. The agents that I have are overwhelmed. So we're actually looking to go ahead and work with more people, add more people to their existing teams. Perfect example, like Mr. Chris Manka, who's a recurring guest on Real Estate American News. He's handling close to 30 individual families right now by himself. So one of our big pushes in the local marketplace is I'm going to go ahead and email and text a whole bunch of agents in Central Florida because I need to put about 50 additional agents on the team from the marketing stuff that we've already started to put out to the world. So we're taking market share, we're taking online presence, but back to content dissemination, right? It's great that people are creating these pieces of content, right? You guys might be doing it in the know, like, and trust type category. Cool. All right. You guys might be a little bit of a hyper local ambassador to your folks. Great. However, with a unique selling proposition, now content becomes a vessel that carries out that unique selling proposition to the marketplace. And that's how we dominate, right? So obviously our Freedom Move USA programs, our certified agents can go ahead and help homeowners save $10,000 to $25,000 and also the pain in the rear end of actually doing the move. So when you have a powerful, unique selling proposition, now I can create content, put it out there, but it also carries that unique selling proposition. That's how we just win all the time. So we repurpose every piece of content and it just becomes a vessel because I want those folks to see the vessel and then see, oh my gosh, I need to go ahead and choose that real estate agent because I can save that kind of money and that kind of rear end pain. And it makes the big difference. We actually tip over a lot of the competitors' dominoes left and right. You guys could be kicking on all cylinders all day long, creating all of this awesome content, but it's just content that people are consuming. Bottom line is when somebody wants to go and do something in real estate, what are you going to give them? So, but that's how we win. And this kind of stuff here with Instagram, so be it. It is what it is. You just take a look at all these different variables, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and things like that. And also, if you can absolutely dominate the search space, that's what we do. I'm going to put out more information to more people more often than each one of my competitors in the local area. And I'm going to have a more powerful, unique selling proposition than everybody. And that's how you're going to win at the end of the day. So
Gene, let's break it down over to you. So Jake just kind of laid out kind of a great battle plan, AKA just marketing plan. How are you going to take this and break it up and put it on different platforms? What would your first step be?
Me or our listeners?
Well, anybody in business.
Well, here's what's going to happen. And I'm calling everybody out. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not doing it.
True that.
So for you to assume or think that 97% of the people that are listening to this are going to do a TikTok video and then edit it and strip it down so that they can change format and put it in different platforms is ludicrous. So it's not going to happen.
I've done it, I think 4 or 5 times, and then I gave up because I was just like, "Fuck this! This is a pain in the butt."
It's a pain in the ass. It is. It's not easy, which is why I had a conversation with a potential client today, and she was explaining to me, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. I don't do marketing, and I go, that's why I'll always be needed. That agency the 3 of us will always be needed because unless you're in marketing, you're probably not doing enough marketing, right?
Why only 3? What am I, chopped liver? I mean,
you're not in marketing.
I'm in real estate.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying to you is,
it's talking about marketing.
No, what I'm saying to you is,
no, I'm picking on them. That's all I'm doing.
But you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I was being a prick a minute ago because that was really more of a challenge to the listeners, not me downing the listeners. And I want somebody to prove me wrong, right? Like I want people to prove me wrong. And what happened? He lost his face. There he is.
It's because Luke showed up and kicked Greg off the scene.
Luke Duke, that's my guy.
Look at old Luke. When's the last time we saw Luke in here?
Yeah, right. I got a feeling in about 3 minutes I'm gonna wish he wasn't in here.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just between me and Luke. But here's the thing: is I challenge you. So I'm challenging the listeners. I'm challenging you to give that a shot and see really what it takes to do all that. In the meantime, this is why I was really being a prick. There's a happy medium between doing it perfectly and not doing it at all. And in my experience, what has happened over time is that you get. We'll stick at the real estate. A real estate agent to try what they're supposed to do at marketing. And instead of doing it the right way, being that they can't do it the right way, like, for example, doing a TikTok video and putting it on TikTok, and then doing an Instagram reel and put it on reel, doing a Facebook story and natively and organically and doing that, once they do it once and they realize what a headache it is, they won't do it anymore. So my suggestion to you would be, until Instagram says we're going to cut your account off if you continue with the TikTok logos on our space, I would say to you, get in the space that you're comfortable with. In this case, we're talking TikTok. Do your TikTok video and then share it with the friggin' logo everywhere until somebody pulls it down. Because even less organic reach is better than no organic reach. So if you're not going to do it at all because of all the things that are making your head hurt, then just do what you've been doing and keep cutting it out. I think some of my counterparts will probably argue with that, but I've always said, even doing a wrong video is better than doing no video. Because if I get one engagement out of it, even if it's somebody telling me that was terrible, you look like a piece of shit, I would go, great, now that we're in space with each other, how can I help you? Right?
Yeah,
you're able to start a conversation. So that's my thought.
Here's a perfect example. I have one agent 1.5 years ago, and I told him, I said, stick with me and do what I say. I'm going to coach you for free. Just go ahead and do everything that I tell you to do. All right. So we put a whole mission plan together on this needs to be done. This needs to be done. This piece of content needs to be created. We need to disseminate it like this. And here about 3 weeks ago, he was recognized at the whole EXP conference, EXP, whatever the hell they do, con or something.
EXP con.
Yeah. So as one of the top agents in the nation to go ahead and follow. All right. So did a fantastic job. Here's another gentleman about 3 months ago came to me, said, hey, Mr. Wolf, I need some help. I said, do what I say, do what I do. I thought he was ambitious enough to go ahead and actually do these kinds of things. Did not feel comfortable in front of the camera, didn't understand how to create content. Even when I'm literally kicking him titles, here's 20 titles of videos that you need to go ahead and shoot that are being searched for right now that would be really relevant to sellers possibly getting into the marketplace. So if you can create that content, we can now put your brand in front of people in search engines, on social spaces, on YouTube, on your website. And also you can go ahead and use those same types of pieces of content to go ahead and send out from your email blasts out of your Clever Leads account. He stumbled and struggled and hemmed and hawed and everything else like that, and just fell off to the wayside. So that's what's going to happen. You have to get into the game. You have to go ahead and create content, but you have to understand how to do it properly, and you have to disseminate it properly. And here's another example. I purchased a business for my wife in a town in the dog kennel space. It was very successful. We did a big addition to the whole dog kennel facility, put 2,800 additional square feet on it. I immediately targeted every single one of the competitors in the local territory. Saw what they were doing, what they weren't doing, and I started all of these different mechanics, right? In a short 1.5 years, every single one of those businesses were out of business because I took over the whole marketplace.
So you're talking about being strategic. So laser, not shotgun, and really going out there and kind of breaking it down when it comes to content.
It's more brand awareness. It's
right.
Who are you? What kind of services do you offer? What can you expect by doing business with me? Price points, unique selling propositions, and then making sure that you've got more content out there on all of these different places. So if somebody's actually trying to find you organically, find a facility like that, find the services like that. Where are you? What can you do for them? What do you expect by doing business with those folks? What are the benefits of working with me versus somebody else? I mean, it's just literally about putting your shingle out there properly. So many people have gotten distracted because of social media throughout all of these years. Back in the old school day, it was really a good, strong, organic play of websites and organic search results and making sure that you had a good budget and you were actually putting money back into marketing and retargeting and remarketing and putting all this stuff out here. And then Mark came in with Facebook and changed the way that we all look at things on the line, and people started to transition out there. So many people just have their business sitting on that platform without any core infrastructure on all the rest of these other things. There's mechanics to go ahead and do this thing right, and there's things that you shouldn't get away from. And if for whatever reason there's a stumble on that social platform, your business doesn't need to be hanging out there primarily. You need to utilize social as a way to go ahead and get social, communicate, use it to your advantage, advertise on it to be able to create more awareness, but bring it back to the house and then make sure your ground game is set up properly. And I always go back to this when we're talking content, guys, even in a simple form or fashion. Now, watch me now. If I go ahead and come to a website, I'm looking for something to consume, right? So if I give you some videos, even if they're short on different things at your place of business, now you're giving your consumer something to consume. If there's nothing to consume there, they're probably going to get up and leave pretty quick unless they're hot in market. So from a real estate standpoint, I venture to say that you guys need to go ahead and get better into a position to receive than so many people are. I go to a lot of these different real estate agent websites, and I've talked to thousands of you over the last couple of years. So many people are not set properly and in a good quality position to receive. And they're clearly explaining to people why they should go ahead and do business with you, what the benefit is, what things that you guys offer in comparison to your competitors. So even if you just did that and sent out a whole bunch of postcards, and let's say 5 folks went ahead and came over to your website, you're really not in a good position to receive organically. So we're missing a lot of mechanics.
You made a good analogy yesterday when you and I were on the shit show with Ashley Chapman, who's a part of RUNation.com, which Gene and Nick and Jake and I are all part of with some other great folks. But you kind of referenced it, and it puts it into context. Like, you're a restaurant owner, you're going to have a menu. You need to let people know what your offers are so they can order. And I think a lot of the times, real estate agents, we don't put what we offer out there because we're afraid of being told no. Now, do you feel the taco shop is ticked off when you order a burrito versus a taco? No, they don't give a shit. They want the business. But you're allowing people to see what's in that burrito, or what's in that taco, aka what's in that house, what's in your marketing plan, kind of laying it out there for them. So Nick, if you were going to a taco shop, aka an open house, and you didn't know the amenities of the property, or you didn't see it online, would you even go see that house or not?
I got breaking room news from the control room here, Greg. I need to share my screen real quick.
Please do.
We have a breaking development that just happened.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas!
Let's see. Let's see if we can get my screen on here. So as we're talking about this, and as Gene is telling me, just go ahead and share it. No big deal. I just shared this link in the live video feed for a watermark removing website that allows you to remove the TikTok watermark and upload it anywhere you want. And I could not promote the link on this Facebook Live because it's against community standards.
Seriously?
So, if you think Zuckerberg ain't watching what's going on with anything that has to do with TikTok, I would highly recommend that you do not share anything if you want any kind of organic reach on any of these platforms with anything that has to do with TikTok.
Okay, let's talk about that really quickly. I mean, I'm on TikTok. No, I'm on. What am I on? Shit. What am I on every morning? Clubhouse. So Clubhouse, can we share Clubhouse? Shut up, Gene.
You are.
I know. I'm up at 5:15 every single morning. But so if you're on any other platform, if Zuckerberg does not own it, or if he does own it, is it shareable? Is it viable to share, or just leave it the fuck alone? How does that look? At
the end of the day, you always want to upload natively.
Right? Okay, so everything native.
Everything native if you can help it. But now we're in a space where it's almost a requirement.
So native and naked. Okay.
Yeah. So, and going back to what Gene was saying, what Jake is talking about, we talk about all the time. In my opinion, right now, it's more important than ever to get really good at vertical video. Okay, and vertical video meaning holding your phone up and down. We're not doing YouTube like this 16:9. We're doing 9:16. Okay, all these, and especially within the last year with TikTok, it is become extremely apparent that every social media from here on forward, and Instagram, this is the first time they're doing this, is going to this 9:16 format. I'll go on record. I'll do a Gary V record here. The Facebook news feed is going to be a 9:16 video feed in 5 years, right?
What does that mean?
It means it's everybody's emulating what TikTok news feed looks like.
Copy.
It means all video, all 9:16 ratio from your cell phone, native to the platform. So knowing that, you're in two camps of video or content creation right now. Camp YouTube, which is great, right? YouTube is a great place to house content. It's evergreen, it's searchable, it's part of Google. But my asterisk on that is it is a lot of work to create a really good YouTube video that people watch now. And when I mean work, I mean not just, hey, I feel like making a video today. I'm going to flip on the camera and ramble, and nobody's going to watch that video. You have to provide a ton of value on YouTube. It's got to be really fast, really concise, and give away a lot of information for people to even consume there. The bar on YouTube has been set so high that the average real estate agent that's trying to start a YouTube channel in 2022 is at a severe disadvantage unless they've hired somebody like me or Gene or Jake. That's number one. Number two, if you are going to get in this content game, you might as well just go where everything's going, which is 9:16, which is vertical video. So one thing I want you guys to do, everybody is like, for the most part, new agents, established agents, you feel like this anxiety that you have to do like this market report. That's always been like the number one thing that agents feel like, well, if I'm going to do a video, I'm going to do a market report, right? Nobody has ever watched your market report. Go on a YouTube channel, 100 realtors YouTube channels, and see how many views a market report gets. So just please put that the fuck out of your head. Forget the market report, okay? Instead, break that market report up into 27 different 9:16 videos and a 1-minute clip of each subdivision or each thing that's going on, and tell your story, and then share those videos and showing your expertise, because right now it's more important than ever to document your life than to spend 25 hours to try to create a really good 5-minute YouTube video. Because at the end of the day, if you're watching YouTube right now, if you're watching us on YouTube, I guarantee you the creators that you follow as a real estate agent, that if you watch one of their 5, 10, 15-minute videos, it's 10, 15, 20 hours of research and information to provide you with that 10-minute video. So if you're not willing to put in an hour of work for a minute of video on YouTube, that's how high the bar is, okay? Then you better get good at 9:16 TikTok style videos, remove the watermark, share it on Instagram. And the cool thing is, like, even LinkedIn plays nice with 9:16 ratio. It used to be 1080 by 1080. The square was accepted on all platforms. Now it's 9:16.
What does 9:16 mean?
It's this ratio. It's vertical video.
Okay, so just vertical video.
900 pixels up and down. Or, sorry, 900 pixels. Yeah.
9:16.
900 by 1600.
It's 1080 wide by 1920 down.
1080 wide by 1920. Yeah. Okay.
So, but what I'm saying is, you can publish a vertical video on LinkedIn. In the LinkedIn newsfeed, you can now have a vertical video. On your Google My Business profile, same thing. On Instagram, same thing. On Pinterest, you can do idea pins, same thing. So you might as well just start creating all of your content in this 9:16 format and get really good at it. And if you are the next level, if you're somebody who has creative video and you're still doing YouTube lives or Facebook lives like we're doing right now, the only benefit to us being live is because we've been doing the show for 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever.
6 years.
Right? We have a little bit of a following. If you're just getting into space and you're like going live on Facebook and wondering why people aren't watching you, bump that. Forget going live on Facebook. That's completely dead. Spend your time making really good 9:16 vertical video and share that without the watermark.
I cannot believe that that's a dead aspect of social media. I mean, they put billions of dollars behind that thing, and they just killed it without a doubt. And they promised all of us who are original, content creators that they would boost us once that went live, and that obviously didn't work out well.
There's fan pages with hundreds of thousands of people that get 10 video views on a live.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
And the reason for that is I think the general public now, we've gotten so used to getting everything at an instant. The Amazons of the world, the TikToks, the Reels, the 1 minute to 3 minute video that serves my need right now, that nobody's willing to just sit down and let a creator breathe and not have a flow of content and not know exactly what I'm going to get from this video. I'm going to waste 20, 30 minutes of my life listening to this guy blabber, and I don't even know what he's going to talk about. That's all live video was. It was like us just sitting in a room blabbering, and people don't want that content anymore.
No, my girlfriend's a doctor, and she's very to the point. Let's put it that way. And dude, she and I were in the car the other day. We were driving back from San Diego. And I'm like, babe, I gotta put on something than your music, because I am literally falling asleep at the wheel with 2 Red Bulls and a chocolate bar in my system. Like I'm sugar high, but I'm still falling asleep. So we threw on some podcasts, right? And I couldn't get past the first 4 minutes of the podcast because there was no content. There was nothing of relevance there. So, Nick, I think you're on to something here. And Jake and Gene, I want to hear your thoughts on this. If people want to go to long form, that's YouTube. If they want to get instant gratification, it's going to be TikTok on their 3-minute reels or their shows, or do very short form podcasts, or go to reunation.com where you can get short form content there and or long form content there. But guys, what's your thought on long form versus short form content?
If we can get some of these folks to actually go ahead and create the content, great. All right. But then most people don't even ask. They never ask for the business. Every single one of these pieces of content, I tell people all the time, make sure you tell them where they can go to find you. Ask them for the business.
Yes.
Be bold. Just ask. Put it out there and ask for it. So just like this right now, we do this behind the scenes for all of our core teams. I'm like the NASCAR crew. Car comes in, we're out on the racetrack. Okay. So I can't express this enough, ladies and gentlemen. Clever Leads is officially going to open up its doors tomorrow on Cinco de Mayo. All right. We've been in beta / production for the last 2.5 years. We've got so much awesome things that are going on. We're putting all of these things to test, and I'm swamped with business. If you are a real estate agent in Florida, please come talk to me. All right. Our local team, I need about 50 to 70 people to go ahead and help with the business. We literally took out the whole center section of Florida for Freedom Move USA. We're putting out information to the marketplace. We're creating these videos. We're actually asking, we're dominating the competitors. I need some help. So if you're in Central Florida, or if you know somebody that is, please send them over to Clever Leads. They can fill out their information on the bottom. Let us know that you're part of Florida. So if you want to get in on this, if not, I've got every single one of you real estate agents out of Lake and Orange County already downloaded into Clever Leads. So I'll reach out and say hello to you guys and find the right team. If you guys are wanting to dominate in your marketplace too, now that I'm officially pulling the race car out of the track, I'll help build a supercell of people around you as well and put all of these things to work. Thousands of additional websites out in the marketplace talking about your team, massive amounts of content and data disseminated properly across every single spectrum, communicating with thousands and thousands of text messages, bulk email blasts coming back to all of this content, the right content, the right research, the right stuff that people are looking for. So, or you can do it yourself. That's fine. But seriously, step one, what I'm asking of all of our viewers is please come help us. I've got too much business, can't handle it here in Central Florida. Yeah, you know what? Social media is great. It really is. That's awesome. If you guys are going to do social, but I urge you to go ahead and actually ask. If you're going to do anything, ask. Say, hey, guys, if you know somebody who's interested in doing business, possibly buying or selling a home, come on over here. And this is what you can expect by doing business with us. That's the most important thing.
Well, it's not do you know, it's who you know. Jake, I agree with you 100%. Social seems to be going a little bit by the wayside, but what about, you know, Gina, I want you to weigh in on this, and Jake and Nick
It's not going to the wayside, Greg. It really is not.
I understand that, but there's different contingencies you need to be aware of to be effective. But what if you just went out and said hi to somebody, handed out your business card, went door knocking, did some calls, did some emails, did some, other social media and personal touches, become relevant I guess that's where I'm kind of going with that, and be genuine. A lot of us, guys and gals,
as long as it's worth your time,
we're not genuine in our marketing because you're trying to be salespeople. Why don't you just be a fucking human being and just say, "Hey Nick, how are you, brother? How are the kids? How's the wife? You know, what's going on? Gene, God, you look handsome. Did you just shave your head again? Because, dude, you look young as all get out."
You're right.
Jake, you look like you're just, are you 35 or 36? Because you look fantastic.
I will never age more than 36, Gregory.
Gene, how would you go about that?
Well, I don't necessarily have an answer for that, but here's what I want to say to you. I want you to think about this like an upside down triangle. I want to kind of go back to what you were just saying about networking. The ultimate end result for a salesperson is that one-on-one, right? I had a good friend that was top 5% in Melaleuca, if you know what that is. It's the network marketing. They sell different products, organic shit, whatever.
Okay.
People that are listening will know what it is. It was like Amway, but for a different line of business. And he used to say, "My job is to get people right here, where I can grab them by their shirt, whatever, right? Grab them by the shirt." And that's when I can then say to you, "Do you know what it is that I do?" Right? Like, obviously, I'm emphasizing this. You're not grabbing anybody. But the ultimate end result where you make the sale is that one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get to the one-on-one, in my world, especially as this changes, you think about going up that triangle. If the one-on-one meeting is the point at the bottom, that next level up is networking, right? So networking, and what I mean by that is maybe one facet of it is your door knocking, right? And you go meet 25 people, which gets you in, you're able to grab one of them by their collar, right? You go to your networking events, your BNIs, your lit tips, all these things. You're going to go to 20 of those events and talk to 500 people. That's going to get you to where I can grab you by the shirt collar and tell you what it is that I do and how I can help you. Above that, further up the triangle, is your social media marketing. So what I was saying today was, now you get your newsletters, these are your advertisements, right? This is the Facebook pay-per-click. This is all these things which hopefully funnel into networking events and more opportunities there, into these swings at the plate, as I call them. So yeah, Greg, you're right. Like, you have to go out, but it's going to take me a lot longer to go out and knock on 1,000 doors to get those 5 grab you by the coat tails or whatever the hell it is that I'm getting your attention.
Callers.
I'm going to get more of those by the amount of social media that I'm putting out. I know I didn't really do a great job of explaining that, but the idea is, I call it, and Sarge will get this, I call it carpet bombing your audience, right? You're going to throw all these things out all over the place and you're going to see who you're going to hit. Just keep throwing it. And eventually there's going to be a conversation started if you're doing the right stuff. That conversation leads to coffee. That coffee leads to me grabbing them by their collar and talking about how we can do business together.
So here's a question for you. I just bought a new shotgun, and I got a lot of ammunition for this thing. And I asked the guy how I could destroy drywall if someone came through my house. He's like, "Take these shotgun shells, put them in your magazine, and this will help you. This will stop anything that's coming into your place." I also have a 40 caliber that I have next to my bed. It's a semi-automatic, but it only shoots one bullet. So in regards to marketing, would you rather use a shotgun that has big ball bearings that can destroy shit, or would you rather have a single shot that can hit your target on one go?
It's not a this or that, right? So I don't want to. The gun.
Sorry, I have to yell at Manka really quickly. He's telling me to become a man. Fuck you, Manka. Love you.
He's referencing TikTok. I bet you. There's a guy on TikTok. Use the 40 cal when they come in your house. Come on, be a man.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
No, there's actually a guy on TikTok that does that. But no,
and there's
so
an agent that's copying him now, by the way. Have you seen that guy?
Greg, I'm going to use the 40 caliber all day if I have you in close range and I know I'm going to get one shot. I know I can hit you with it.
Right.
But I want to get more of those. I want to be able to have a spot where I can use the 40 caliber every day because of what the shotgun did. Right. So like it's kind of a backwards approach, but you have to do both. It's not a this or that. Like it's not you can use one but not the other. You have to use it all, and hopefully that shotgun approach will bring people closer to your 40 cal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes total sense. Jake, where would you go with this one in this analogy? And obviously,
I put more soldiers on the field than all my competitors.
Right. And guys and gals, I want to be very clear on this. We are not advocating for any harm to anybody with any kind of firearm. We're just making an analogy. Jake, finish your thought. I just wanted to get that out there. So
yeah, it's a game of attrition, right? Your competitors, it's always gone back to ye who puts more time, energy, and effort into their business, creates more content, has more potency and domination out there on the interwebs, right? Ye who spends more money outspends their competitors for advertising space, more brand awareness wins at the end of the day. That's why a lot of large teams across the United States, they really are putting a lot of money back into it. I've sat down multiple times with large teams. One was out of Nevada. I was sitting over at the Atlantis Casino having some prime rib with top team in the whole state of Nevada. And those guys consistently go ahead and put anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 in play for advertising every 30 days. All right. You're not getting any, they're crushing the competition like that. Right. So, but that's the scenario. When it comes to content, you can go ahead and more easily do it, especially if you're a younger business and start getting more content out, things like that. But I put more content out. I put a spread out, and it just creates more of an opportunity for people to go ahead and come into you. That's my take on it.
Can I say something?
I hope not, but sure.
I'm going to anyway. More bullets down range.
I'm like, who came up with that phrase? That's so weird.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Should be a shirt. I don't know.
It should be a shirt. I'd wear that shirt, by the way. But no, that is really a good point, Gene. I didn't even know what I was doing. It was probably 10 plus years ago, way before any of us all met. And I got a camera and I got a microphone. And no, I didn't even have a microphone. I just had a camera and the internal mic on the computer. And I just started making videos. I went to Pinterest and I found some inspirational or entertaining or something I wanted to talk about or something newsworthy. And I just started talking about it. I did about 10, 15-minute videos. I didn't even track what I was doing, but I came up in the top 3 pages of Google as searchability for Greg McDaniel Callahan real estate teams because I didn't give a fuck, guys. I just put content out. I just went out and made friends. I had fun. I talked about what was interesting to me. Now, life has shifted significantly. Don't get me wrong on this. But guys, gals, just create. Go out there. Give 10 fuck about anybody else's thoughts and just enjoy your business growth. Nick Sakis, last thoughts.
The less people that do what you do, the more money you're going to make.
Define that for me.
So essentially, anybody can get a real estate license, right? You go to class for 2 weeks, you take a test. You are now in the mass majority of the 1.5 or 2 million realtors, or however many realtors are in the country. That's a lot of people that can do what you do, right? How many agents are really providing value in their marketplace, creating real, good, actionable video that creates value for people? That puts you in a different bucket, right? How many people are creating that kind of content and having a really good, strong call to action with a unique selling proposition? That's another bucket that then has a funnel to get people into their world so that, like Gene said, you can get right in front of them and shake their collar, shake some money out of their pockets, right? That's another level. That's less and less and less and less people. So at the end of the day, we all want to be paid like an expert, right? But we're not willing to put the 10,000 hours in it requires to be an expert. Okay. Everybody makes the reference of I'm a real estate agent and, I'm like a doctor. Well, no, you're not. Doctor went to school for 10 years
15
in order to become a doctor, right?
15 years.
Right. So the idea that you're passing a test in 2 weeks and can make yourself a claim that you are now getting paid like a doctor is absolutely absurd. Okay. Is there a very small percentage of people that come out of the gate putting both down range and making six figures right off the bat? Yes. Far majority don't. So just know that if you're in a spot right now, you're not making the money you want to make. How are you utilizing that 10,000 hours? How are you becoming an expert in your market? And I hate to tell you, it's not studying the contract. It's 10,000 hours of expert sales because you're in the sales business. Sales just happens to translate into video very well.
The funny thing about that is that when I went down to $2.38 to my bank account and total net worth of $35, this is not a joke. You guys have heard me talk about it a lot of times. There was no going back. I became a student of the industry, like Nick was saying. I studied every sales opportunity I could. I went to every marketing thing I could go to. I, sat at the feet of people who are very, 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 very freaking successful. And if you guys are not the level where you want to be, follow Nick's advice. Get education. Listen to our podcasts. Go back and listen to all of our episodes. Go to reunation.com. Listen to all these other incredibly smart people. And I have more and more people that are coming on doing their own shows on this thing, guys. It's 100% free, and you can literally get an education as zero cost basis. So, Nick, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Would you like to end with any final words?
No, I mean, we talk about it all the time, and that's why I went back to 10,000 hours. If you made a 1 hour video, you'd have to make 10,000 1 hour videos, right? Mm-hmm. In order to become an expert on video. So like the idea that I made 20 videos and I'm not good on video and I suck at video, you didn't even crest. You weren't even up the hill yet. You weren't even on the other side, right? So record yourself doing video. It's just the most powerful thing you can do, because right now, unless somebody can find you, it used to be, is your website present? Cool. But unless somebody can find you talking on video online, like there's no other way to get actual come list me style business anymore.
No, you're 100% right. Gene, final thoughts from you. Nick just dropped hammer. Can you beat what he just said?
Yeah, I would say, listen, if you know me well enough, I'm the cream of the crop, and I wouldn't execute on anything that Nick said during this whole episode.
Below the belt.
Nice.
For the folks that are actually listening that don't really know me, obviously that was a joke. The cream of the crop part and Nick's thing too. No, I think we do talk about this a lot, and the world of marketing in any what's up, Tony? The world of marketing in any industry can be overwhelming for a lot of people. And so I try to always say, take baby steps, right? Get out there and learn a little bit about TikTok. Follow a couple of people you think you might want to emulate. See what they're doing in the comments. Look at what they're doing in the links in their bio. Watch what Nick's doing. See what he's doing he told me not to do this, but I see his TikTok on the Instagram reel. Call him out on it. Do a little research. If you spend a little bit of time. That was months ago. Yeah. Well, that's what he was doing. It's okay. I did. Here's what's great about you. You're always on top of what's changing. You're always on top of what's happening. Like I actually, it's funny. I don't know where you get your news from, but I get a lot of my news from Nick Sakis. So I watch what he's doing because I know he's in the middle of it. Follow these guys. Follow the Sarge. Watch what they're doing. Follow Greg McDaniel, runs a super real estate business. And I mean, steal what he's doing. None of this stuff is brand new, right? Like steal stuff. Do it little by little, and as you do it little by little, you'll get better and better. And then at some point, who knows? Maybe you'll call us and go, dude, I'm the best marketer in this whole area. There's people receiving. Jake talked about it. There's people receiving awards around the country for their marketing prowess. They started where you're at now. Just get going, get good at it. You never know what could pop, and you might end up making $1 million. Who knows?
You know what, Gene? I think you bring up a really good point there. Starting is the number one step. Just fucking do it. And I'll be honest with you, gentlemen. I didn't tell you yet today. I was working with a gal as a buyer, and I did not get back to her within 2 hours. So I'm going to lose out on about a $2 million purchase. So when you guys go through losses like that, I was pissed. But I vented to a couple of good friends and my girlfriend and everybody else. And you know what? Accept the losses as you grow your business, but never stop growing your business. Once, if you stop, you die. End of story. And does it suck that I don't have that buyer that I showed around San Francisco and everything else? Yeah, fucking blows a dick on a hot day after going for a run. It really is not fun. But yeah, whatever. I know it's very visual, so enjoy that one. But let's do this. Let's close out with a Sarge, Mr. Jake Wolf. Final thoughts for you.
Thanks for going to me after that comment, Greg. I appreciate it.
I am so thankful that you're the last one that I could come to on that one because I know you could take it.
Good friend of mine is known as one of the top 10 marketers in the U.S. He was in charge of doing a lot of landing page optimization and split testing for companies as large as American Express, Canon, Nestle. He's done a lot of work for Google and things like that. Been around since the mid 90s, top selling author on a lot of different books and does a lot of big things. So a lot of strategy when it comes to doing things right. So it's not just content, it's internal systems. It's about conversion. There's a lot of things to think about, right? So go back through, watch a whole bunch of these different videos, get some good takeaways. One thing I realize is that a lot of people are confused on which direction to go. I'm going to actually put together a master class, and I've already started putting it together. So full blueprints, full strategy, things to think about for your business from top to bottom. It's almost like a look behind the scenes on my war boards and battle strategies that you guys can go ahead and implement into your system. So if you guys are interested in ever attending my master class, so I can show you how people do things in different industries, how that relates to real estate, what you should be doing in your business, so you can do a self audit. Make sure you come over to Clever Leads and enter your information at least at the Clever Nation area so you can get updates. So that way you're in the know when I actually release these classes. So a lot of folks have been coming over. We've got a huge list of people over there. We are officially launching Clever Leads tomorrow. So for the last 2.5 years, many of you don't know, we've been just kind of laying back, coy behind the scenes. I've put $0, 0 pennies into marketing our company at all whatsoever. I've been watching how everybody works and operates and things like that while we've been building out. Super powerful stuff happening over in the Clever side of the house. We just finalized the Likely Artificial integration. So with one click of a button, you can go ahead and refresh your whole database right inside of Clever Leads and find out who's most likely to be selling in the next 90 days and immediately deploy all of the advertising and target marketing and everything else that we have. But we mentor everybody over here. Also, I can't express enough. If anybody's listening or have friends that are real estate agents in Central Florida, can you please send them over to me? I need help. We've got so many homeowners that we're dealing with right now. Our local team can't help that many folks. So we're making a lot of referrals at this point. And then just as many leads that we're dealing with are coming in the door because of some of our offerings and because of some of the marketing potency that we started to put out. And we've only just begun. But yeah, so that's what's going on over here. You guys can do it. You just got to start. Once you start, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to realize how much work this is. That's all right. Stick around. Come on over and check out what we're doing and see how we can go ahead and help you out. Mr. Nick has actually joined the Freedom Move USA department, so he's doing all the national advertising. We just got accepted into Perk Plans, which is another big lead area. Our company's now in front of 25 million Americans with companies as large as Lockheed Martin. So all of their folks can go ahead and log in, all the employees. They can either save 10% by going to pods, or they can come over to Freedom Move USA, find the certified agent in your area to help you save $10,000 to $25,000 on your next move. So our call centers are all set up. We're pushing leads down to different people. Want everybody here at the Real Estate Uncensored World to go ahead and be involved. So you guys can be blessed and unstoppable because of all of this stuff. It's been building behind the scenes, and I've joined this crew to go ahead and help share some of the knowledge that we've had throughout the last couple decades of experience with hundreds and thousands of people that have been part of my organization. So I'm here to go ahead and help you guys in this industry if you need it. And I love these fine gentlemen that sit with me at the round table. Yes, Greg gets a little squirrely from time to time, but I still hang my hat over in his neck of the woods, and I love that guy. So
I do not get squirrely. I just
see
get
how easy he gets offended. I just said
it's just a personal thing. Jake and I bust each other's nuts all the time about this stuff. Yes, Tony, reach out to Jake in regards to lead generation for insurance leads, 100%. Gentlemen, I need 3 things from you. 1 color for the bow on the show. Jake, what is your color for the bow on the show?
I'm going Clever Leads green finally, because we are official. I'm giving it to everybody now. We've got a great price point. We're undercutting all the rest of the CRMs. People can provision a phone number and get a Clever Leads account for just $19 a month, and then hang out with me.
I mean, I hang out with you literally every day, and I recommend everybody else does as well. So Clever Leads, we're going to do a green with you. Gene, what is your color on the bow for the show?
Chardonnay yellow.
Really?
Oh, damn it.
What's the matter? You don't like that one?
I was going to yellow, but a different direction.
Oh, there's
Okay, so go
it'll
with
be a
it.
different shade.
All right, Nick, what's your color for the bow on the show?
I'm sticking to a theme here, and I think I have an unlimited supply.
Oh boy.
But because a couple of months ago, Greg so eloquently butchered a species of wood, I'm going to make it easy for him today, but I'm going to go with yellow pine.
All right.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, you guys have to go back and listen to those shows. Yeah, I butchered the.
I don't even remember. Was it mahogany?
I think it was mahogany.
It was
Yeah,
mahogany. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you from the deepest part of my soul for watching and listening to what we put out here. We love you to pieces. We do this for you. We have a blast hanging out together. If you guys ever would like to be a part of this show and be a guest, please let us know. We are booking people at this point, but we are going to put a Clever Leads green color. We're going to do a yellow. Gene, what the fuck was yours?
Chardonnay.
Yeah, yellow Chardonnay. Then we're going to do a yellow pine. How the fuck do you guys come up with these colors? Anyways, we love you to pieces. Thank you so much. Go out and give us a 5-star, not a 2-star review on every single episode. You know, hashtag any of us if you like us or not. If you hate us, that's great too. Give us a little shout out if you're a troll. We're gonna appreciate every single comment. It gets the algorithm to move and get in front of more people. So thank you guys. Until next time. Peace out, ninjas. We gone.